Okay, so we're officially live. There we go.
So,
Live in effect. You know, I'm gonna keep on saying this. You know, it's a it's an honor to be alive in this day and time. It truly is. It's truly an honor to be alive in this day and time. A lot of us, we all signed a contract to be here. We signed it for specific reasons, and it's truly an honor. Um, Yo, Brozo, I'm here. Um, Another episode, Polka Dot Rabbit podcast, and we have a very important and special guest, and a come againer. How about that? A recomer, a return guest. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Um, yes, indeed. Rahubat Wasar to all the family. You know what I'm saying? Um, Polka Dot Rabbit podcast. There, we are here to help uplift humanity, but we're especially here to help aid and assist the melanated beings that have been um, led astray for so much misinformation, so much propaganda. I can go on and talk about that, but now it's time to set the record straight on many different subjects. And tonight is no different. We're gonna talk about finances, money, all that good stuff that some people like to run away from. But no, we're gonna tackle it head on. And we have the good brother, Nysut Har here, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself in a minute. But real quick, of course, already, if you haven't, please go to polkadotRabbitPodcast.com, pick up my book. My next one's coming out too. I can't tell you the title yet, you know what I'm saying, until things start popping. But number two is coming out, and that's guaranteed. Should be out by spring, and that's guaranteed. Um, of course, follow, like, and share. Follow, like, and share, please. This is important information. Besides that, that's it. Good brother, please, Amal, please introduce yourself. And also, once you introduce after that, kind of talk about the topic of what we got going on today.
Okay. Well, of course, Absol Utu to the civilian club out there. All right. Absol Utu Nysut. All right. Life is easy and the lives been reversed. All right. And Radaskubat Nysut Har to the family out there in the tribe and stuff like that. All right. Y'all know who it be. All right. I'm Nysut Har. Move my way, Nysut Har on Facebook and just Nysut Har to the people. Also on Instagram, I'm Anun, Nine Ray. All right. And on Clubhouse as well. All right. But I'm affectionately known as Nysut Har throughout the social media world. All right. I've been teaching on this platform for about, let's say, 3 to 4 years now. I started teaching about back in 2020 during the first pandemic. And the reason why I say the first pandemic, because there probably will be another pandemic. There's no telling. But that's when I hit the scene around about 2020 when the pandemic broke out, COVID-19 broke out and stuff like that. So overall, I've been studying for like 10 years plus, about 10 years plus and stuff like that, uh, from various subjects to science, to astrology, quantum physics, accounting, business, so on and so forth, natural laws of nature, uh, different forms of practitioners like in the healing realm and stuff like that. So as you can see, I didn't walk through various schools of life and thoughts, all right, on my path towards awakening. And that's why I'm here today, to break down this financial stuff to you. All right. A lot of you are accustomed to seeing me talk about spaceships, stars, extraterrestrials, groups of different people from different star systems. However, that conversation has shifted. And I love all my people that's been following me. I know you've been following me for years with the extraterrestrial affirmation. But now it's time to reform your mind in a financial, fortunate way. All right.
Yeah, and I'm happy you said that because we can't all be space cadets. We living on Earth. We living in a system. We live in a matrix. We live in a capitalistic society. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I mean, I remember being back on Tamaray, right, during Savior's Day, and I just remembered. Of course, I was younger, so I didn't understand the concept of what I was looking at until I got older, and because that a lot of stuff information. But I remember on Savior's Day seeing lines and lines and lines of people waiting for an hour to get a holy tablet for $75. People lined up, all the different places. You know, Dr. York was an amazing businessman as well, amongst many other things. You know what I'm saying? me as a young man, when I used to see him walk around and driving, the nice cars, dressing fresh, that was something that was instilled in my mind. It's like, yo, you got to have money, to do all of this. You know what I'm saying? You have to be equally, you know what I'm saying? You can be spiritual here, but your money can reach you as well. Our ancestors walk around with gold. Come on, man. What we said earlier, this how we said, what Billy Carson said,
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
be broke, right?
Broke doesn't mean, I mean, spiritual doesn't mean being broke. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
spiritual doesn't mean you
No.
have to be broke. Yeah, you
How
don't have to
could
be
you
broke.
how could you come from a lineage you wear all this stuff from all this Egyptian stuff? They're walking around with gold, everything. You know what I'm saying? You
Absolutely.
know what I'm saying? The highest level of
Absolutely.
finance. Shoot, they said
Yeah.
Mansa Musa was the richest man on the planet ever. You know
Can
what
you
I'm
hear me? And
saying?
that's for good. You know, Massa Musa, to speak on that, if you don't know, Massa Musa, he made everybody rich. He just stopped
Yeah.
passing out gold. All
Mhm.
right. And he eliminated poverty. You see
Mhm.
what I'm saying? And that's how he immortalized himself
Yeah.
because he had so much gold,
Mm.
right? And we say in the back, he had so much new but gold on the back
Mhm.
to the point he said, you know what? Why why should I sit back and watch everybody else starve?
Everybody
Why
can eat.
not? Why not? Yeah, everybody eat. Why not give them the gold and then they can feed themselves and then they won't have to come out to me for it later. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
he kind of like he spared himself, all
Mhm.
right, the distress and he spared himself the robbery. You know what I'm saying? Because you
Yeah.
make so much money and you don't give, people are going to come for you eventually.
There's not,
I mean, it
and
was
even, even I look at somebody like Reverend Ike, back in the day. You know, prosperity, man, prosperity, abundance, wealth, you all that is something that is your literally a God-given right. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you can have. Nobody want to be, you know, um, laid on bills. Nobody want to be living in, a roach house. You know what I'm saying? These are things that we can
absolutely.
live. Yeah, yeah. These are things that we can live here in the best possible way on in this physical existence now. You know what I'm saying? But so could you break down what are we talking about now specifically? What we got?
So right now the name of this topic is fortune, financial fertilization, and stuff like that. And
Hmm.
I'll break down the words. Fortune comes from a German goddess by the name of Fortuna. All right.
Mm,
So when you see me say Fortune 900, me and my founder partner, Kai Newby, shouts out to Kai Newby and stuff like that. We came up with Fortune 900. It's a billionaire club and stuff like that. Uh, what we mean by fortune is Fortuna. Fortuna is a dramatic goddess of wealth or
mm,
Sabelt. So you will see me say Sabelt. So Sabelt is our form of saying wealth in the civilian club. All right. So
mm,
in the civilian club, we say Sabelt, but we say both. We say Sabelt or wealth. Back
mm,
to the point. Fortuna is a goddess of wealth. All right.
mm,
So throughout history, all right, throughout the ages of time, all right, and all the ancients of the world, the
mm,
woman was always associated with wealth. All
mm,
right. She was always associated with fortune and stuff like that. And if
mm,
you go in ancient Egypt, they got the scarab beetle. Well, the scarab beetle is a representation of fortune. All
mm,
right. So everybody that had a scarab beetle on them, they was the fortunate ones. All right. They was the fortunate ones. They was the ones that was attracting things in their life. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Fortune 900 book I wrote. You see, if you can see inside of that, it's a scarab beetle
mm,
with wings. Right. So I put the scarab beetle up because the scarab beetle represents fortune. All right. All right. So fortune is Fortuna, and in ancient Egypt, she become Aset or
mm,
Asset or Ashtat or what they call Isis.
mm,
She's the goddess of the crossroad. She's the goddess of wealth. She's the one you go to and make a petition to, right?
mm,
Right. To see that you're able to attract all the wealth in your life,
mm,
you have to call on the Nathartet or Nitirt Aset, all right, or
mm,
Ashtat, all right, what they call Isis for those who don't know. Okay. And financial is just finance, everything that's built broken in the worlds, the currencies, all right,
mm,
the cash, the
mm,
pounds, all right, the
mm,
gold, the silver, all right.
mm,
Any precious metal you can think about, right? It deals in the realm of finance, all right.
mm,
So we say fortune, financial fertilization. The fertilization is the soil that
mm,
you have to sow in order to reap what you're looking to attain, all right.
mm,
So that fertilization. So if you got a soil or ground and it's hard, you got to break that ground up. And once you break that ground up, then you start to fertilize the ground. Then once the ground is fertile enough, then you plant a seed. But you can't plant a seed on a rocky soil. all
Mhm.
right, because there would be no crop. Nothing
Mhm.
will grow a rocky soil. Nothing you won't produce anything. All right,
Yeah.
if you just throw seeds on a rocky soil. Now
Mhm.
that's allegory. What do I mean by that? The fertilization in the soil, right, is the treasure box, which we got a question about treasure box. That's the subconscious mind, the treasure box, or the
Mm.
mind's eye. All right.
Mm.
And the seeds you sow down there, if it's not fertile enough, those seeds are not going to become pregnant. All right. You're not going to be able to conceive or bring forth the ideal, right, that you're opposing to yourself. All right. So you have to make sure, all right, that you do the proper thing. So it's financial, it's fortune, financial fertilization and stuff like that. Because like I said again, we are fortunate, right? But you have to understand too that the person that's in charge of the wealth is the goddess, the woman.
Mhm.
She's the storehouse of wealth,
Mm.
right? And in the occult world, the woman represents the subconscious mind, and
Mm.
the man represents the conscious mind,
Mhm.
right? So whatever you program in the subconscious mind, that's what it
Yeah.
becomes. In other words,
Become.
whatever you
Yeah.
give to your woman, that's what she's going to become because she's the subconscious mind. She's like a sponge.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah. Yeah.
absorbing what you're giving her. All
Mhm.
right. So that's fortune financial fertilization. That's what that's all
So,
about.
could
All
you
right.
talk about just general? What is the importance of learning about finance for
All right.
somebody like that finance? Somebody that really they just been learning how to pay the bills and they don't know anything about. Could you kind of talk about the importance of finance and kind of lead off to where it goes from once you get that type of information?
All right. So, well, again, let's just talk about it from a family household standpoint.
Okay.
Finance, knowing understanding finance is very important because guess what? It's the
Mm-hmm.
way of the world. All
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah.
It's the way of society. So if you don't have an understanding of finance, then you're going to
Mm-hmm.
suffer. What do I mean by that? Finance is actually having a budget,
Mm-hmm.
right? A monthly budget, a yearly budget, a weekly budget. You have to have a budget. So if let's say if you got 5 children, let's say, all right, you have to have a budget to be able to support 5 children. All right. So if you when you sit down and say how much money do I need to accumulate in order for me to be able to afford a family of 5, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And then once you sit down and go to the drawing board, you say I need to make $200,000 to feed 5 people and a wife. All right, this is crazy. That's a crazy number, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but for 3 kids, let's say you would need $120,000 a year. That's just one income. That
Mm-hmm.
has nothing to do with your make income. All right. So if you got a mate or a spouse, her income is not your income. So as the masculine, the male, the person that's in charge of provision and the finances and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
which that's a misnomer too, because the person that was in charge of the finances back in the day was actually the feminine. All right, but
Mm-hmm.
she lost her way. So that's all right. So that's why it's important. It's important to have a thorough understanding of finance and the workings of the world from a financial perspective. Because if you don't, then you're not going to know how to how the world works. You're not going to know how to get along with the people in society. Like for
Yeah.
instance, you got I'm gonna say this, you got the Mexicano, right? The Mexicans. 5 people live in one house. They take all their money and they put it in a plate and they pay their rent.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because they understand the workings of finance.
Mm-hmm.
They understand that it's not about being selfish. So that's important. Once you learn finance and stuff like that, you won't be as selfish. That's what I say.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I think about how once a lot of people that how people get down the people all on Donald Trump about his taxes and stuff, you know what I'm saying? All this different stuff, all these different things. And like these people just know the way that this money works. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing special. You know what I'm saying about this. Anybody can learn this information, correct? You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Anybody can learn
Yeah.
all this
Absolutely.
about taxes, about whatever the credit, all these. This is stuff. Of course, we're not really taught in high school because they just want us to be regurgitating information and just be worker bees and slaves. But all this stuff you see these people that got all this money, it's simple information. All you got to do is study, just like you study for your driver's test. You know what I'm saying? You know, so could you kind of talk about like what type of direction you would push people towards to start to get the the correct information of gaining knowledge about finances?
Well, first you have to know accounting. All right,
Hmm.
that's the
Okay.
basics. You have to know accounting. The accounting system is the basics of all the finance
Hmm.
in the world. It's the
Okay.
financial system. It's accounting though. All right. So you have to have a thorough understanding, understanding on the workings of the accounting world. All right.
Hmm.
Because everything you do is based on accounting, the accounting formula. All right. I'll give you a good example of what I mean. You have access, right? Your assets is the things that you own. All right.
Hmm.
And then you have liabilities, and then you have equity or owner's equity. So
Hmm.
assets in equity, it's the same thing because if I got a hundred
Hmm.
thousand dollars in equity, then I also have $100,000 in assets.
Hmm.
All right. And the
Hmm.
liabilities is everything you owe. So credit cards,
Hmm.
loans, so on and so forth.
Hmm.
That goes under the liability column. All right. So and equity is shareholders. So let's say your company become public.
Hmm.
All right. Now you become a shareholding company, corporation,
Hmm.
which would be what they call an S corporation.
Hmm.
Right. So now other people are putting their monies into your business,
Hmm.
into your empire,
Hmm.
all right, into your enterprise. They put money in it. So now they are now partial or part owners of that. All right. So in other words, you will have to learn the basis of accounting to get a thorough understanding on how the financial world works. I'll say that.
Hmm. Okay. And where does credit come in all this?
Well, credit, again, credit is generated through the things you borrow. So if I borrow $100,000, then I have to pay it back. And by borrowing $100,000, it's going to what? It's going to increase, right, my reasonability to be able to borrow more. So your credit is going to
Hmm.
increase based on your willingness to pay it back. All right.
Yeah.
Your determinedness to pay it back. That's the credit system. The credit
Hmm.
system is no more than a debt system, right? That was established for people to borrow money and pay it back. All right. So it's what you call like a credit report. It's a report. It's like a report card, a financial report
Hmm.
card. All
Hmm.
right. If you pay your bills back on time, then more people are going to lend you money. If you don't pay your bills on time, no one is going to lend you any money. All right.
Hmm.
So that's how credit coincides uh, with that. All right.
Okay. All right. All right. Man. I mean, this is all important stuff that, like, that we people have, you know, people don't. This is simple stuff, but we need to learn this simple stuff to start moving on. You know what I'm saying? To get just the simple, small things that might be new to somebody else. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it real, man. Keep it real. Like, I didn't even really start to understand this stuff. I was reading a lot of, all this information about, like you said, extraterrestrials, all this stuff. But I didn't really start to learn this stuff, till you know some 15 years ago, because it's just not taught. And we were talking earlier, I'm saying you can, everybody got the opinion, whatever the case to be, or but I started reading some of those books that Brother Polite was putting back in the day. I'm saying, granted he might, be whatever he is, all that kind of stuff, but there was a lot of good information in that stuff he was putting out. You got to
Uh,
keep it real, you know what I'm saying? you know so I'm honest, I started reading some of those books, what I'm saying. I was like, dang. And then I started doing my own research and looking to listen to Claude Anderson and all these other people. And all these people started coming with this information. I'm talking about Nubians, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, yo, like all this information is out here, and I'm thinking it's some secret information, but it's here for us. You know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
it's going
Absolutely.
on deaf ears a lot of the time.
Yes. Yes. And like I say, that's because they didn't teach accounting in a way where you can become an entrepreneur.
Hmm.
I was fortunate enough when I got in college. I went to Brown Mackey and then I went to Strauss and got a. So I was fortunate enough in those systems when Obama was the president. They was actually teaching us how to become entrepreneurs.
Mm.
They didn't teach us how to become employees. And what
Wow.
happened was when I got the moment I graduated from college from the university, uh, they changed the curriculum up. And then the new people came in, was a different phase. They came in and started teaching them how to be employees. Because say, wait a minute,
Mm.
yeah, y'all teaching them how to be, wait a minute, we need some employees. You see what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So they
yeah.
need some employees. So they switched up the curriculum and they started teaching the other people. So well, everybody that graduated me, we actually learned how to be entrepreneurs. We learned
Mm.
how to do public speaking. We learned how to do PowerPoint presentations. We learned Microsoft Word. We learned Excel. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anything you can think about in that business realm, we learned. We learned the five business cycles, the five
Mm.
accounting cycles. So we learned
Mm.
the ups and downs of different things, how things work. In the business world, you learn like I'm certified in tax accounting. I'm certified
Mhm.
in payroll accounting. You see what I'm saying? So tax
Mm.
accounting, payroll accounting, and stuff like that. And I'm certified in human resources and stuff like that. So you just learn things. And people say, "Well, I ain't going to school because this man, this Makasu, it's his education, and I don't want to learn it." But the schools are only there to show you how to research. It's just a research institution. All right. That's why in my book here on page 10, one of my hooks is know the meaning of every word before you subscribe to it. All right.
Mm.
Because that's exactly what you're doing in college, universities, and regular schools. You have to know the meaning of everything. You have to
Yeah.
pretty much search everything. And we
Mhm.
know who coined that. He said,
Mhm.
Dr. York said, well, don't believe me, what? Check it
Check
out.
it out. Mhm.
I'm saying so he giving you real on time sound right reasoning
Mhm.
to be able to go out here and research things and strip them down to the bone.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
To really
Yeah.
get to the bottom of it. It's a
Yeah.
lot of things that people use out their mouth in terms of wordplay.
Mhm.
They don't even half of them don't even know the meaning of that stuff. They just
I,
using it.
I'm real big on just having the knowledge and knowing that the knowledge is accessible for you. And I'm gonna keep on saying this, man. Like I don't care what anybody says. You can look at these people. Let's say some 21-year-old man that's a millionaire because he's dealing with stocks or whatever the case may be. He learned something just like you can learn something. He put his pants on just like you did. You know what I'm saying? The information's out there. And unfortunately, we know the way that we're distracted by, you know, instead of you you know, wanting to learn this type of information, you want to wear a pair of Jordans or some kind of craziness. You know what I'm saying? That we've just been programmed to do and not dealing with this information that can help you and your family. But this is information that anybody can get. Then nobody's no smarter than you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, this information. I bet you dummies. I know for a fact dummies are millionaires, way dumb than you are, just because they done the research, put their energy, and not you specifically, but
No, I know what you're
dummies out
saying.
there.
Keep going.
You know what I'm saying? Like people that aren't that bright, people guide them in the right direction. They learn that much. They can make tons of money. You know what I'm saying? It's out there. Information's out there.
Yeah. It's funny. I talked to somebody about that the other day. I was talking to the goddess, and I was telling her, consistency beats the heck out of intelligence.
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm.
The person that stays consistent is going to pierce through the what veil. They're going to be able to walk through that door because they're consistent enough. And they
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
have to be the brightest person in the world.
Yep.
It's just the consistency and the drive that they have
Yeah.
and the
Exactly.
willpower to get
Hmm.
things done is going to
True.
allow them to access that door. Like I say, access equal access.
Hmm.
All right. So access equal access. All
Hmm.
right. But that access comes with what? Consistency. All
Hmm.
right. How consistency you are, how
Yeah.
willfully you are. Are
Hmm.
you willing yourself to that desired thing? All
Yeah.
right. That
Yeah.
thing that you
Yeah.
say, I want to accomplish this in 1 month, 30 days. I want to accomplish this in 3 months, 90 days. And, it's a system I got that I set up. It's called the mental trimester. All right. Just like the woman go through a trimester period of three
Hmm.
trimesters, right? The mind goes to trimester two. All right.
Hmm.
In terms of, and when I say female, I'm talking about the mental reservoir,
Yeah.
the mental plane, which is, like I said again, that goes into that reservoir of energy here, which is really the superconscious mind. All right. Linked to the subconscious. All right. And the mind goes through a process like this. The mind actually loves repetition. All
Yeah.
right. So when the brain like to be trained with the same thing over and over. So if you take your
Mhm.
brain and train it every day with one ideal consistently, all
Mhm.
right, you're going to be able to pierce through the cracks in the mind because what happens is in the brain, you have what you call neurological pathways, a
Mhm.
pattern, a baton, a opener. So
Mhm.
once you open the brain up to a process of repetition, meaning repeating the same thing over and over, then you open up grooves in the brain. And guess what? At that point, now you're able to create not only new neurons and release what they call natural ether energy, but you also, all right, form patterns, new patterns in your brain. All right. Okay. So that means everything that anyone is doing out here,
Mhm.
it's the same thing they doing every day. They taking the
Mhm.
same thing, they doing it every day. Right. You're affecting yourself on a neurological way. All right. You're affecting yourself on a neurological way. All right. That's the crazy thing about it. So people don't
Mhm.
know that you open up pathways with the wrong program. And this is the reason why most people are suffering financially. All right. Because they have a hard drive full of
Yeah.
what I want to say
Junk.
shenanigans, little bull crap. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Junk. Yep.
So you
Junk
have to
mail.
be yeah, junk, there you go, junk mail. You see? So you have to be mindful of that. And you have to pay attention to what you're allowing to seep inside your mind's eye or the treasure box.
That's deep, man. That's deep because it's like you're talking about metaphysics, but using money as a currency, and it's like any individual that can do something on the metaphysical tip, there's no reason why they can't be. It's the same formula to make it happen on the monetary tip.
That's facts.
You know what I'm
Yep,
saying? So,
absolutely. Nice
but
out.
yeah, but unfortunately, I think, and we have to do our part. We all have to do our part to start, like we said, setting the record straight when it comes to the importance of finance with the right mindset. You know what I mean? Um, Good example you just used about the Mexicans or even Africans, whatever group, different groups, they come together, put their money together, and because they understand how it works to make things happen. You know what I'm saying? We're so set in this system. We're so divided and individualized, and just be like, no, we got to do it. We keep trying to keep up the Joneses. We don't even think about the concept. We were never taught about the concept of group economics.
Wow. Look, it's funny you just said look in the book. Look what it say. Group economics.
Mm.
See that thing you said? I got it right on the page. You know
Yep,
that
it's
ain't no
right there.
coincidence.
Yeah,
It's
man.
right on the page, and that page is number 9. Ain't that funny?
Mhm.
But and look, you said it, I'm sitting there looking like, wait a minute, he just said it out of his mouth. That's mind linking, man.
Yeah,
They call
real
that
talk.
in the physics world, in the quantum world, they call it a unified field of consciousness.
Hmm.
And Einstein called it spooky at a distance, and Dr. York called it mind linking.
Yeah.
Non-mind linking. The two
Hmm.
minds are able to link. So you can see how he actually coined some. He created a new mathematics. And that's probably hard for a lot of people to accept, but he brought a new mathematics to the planet. All right. And
Man.
if you can understand those mathematics, you can pierce to a lot of things. Like I say, over the last week, I've been experiencing some of the most phenomenal things financially I have ever seen. I've never seen it where I can tap this button and he like boom. I can tap that button and he like
Yeah.
boom. I can tap that button. And I'm talking about from a credit standpoint.
Hmm.
All right. I walk in here, they say finances. You've been approved for this amount. I'm
Hmm.
gone.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
people
Yep.
don't
Yep.
realize this. You just pay it off in 90 days. That's the secret.
Hmm. Yeah.
Pay it off in 90 days. So if you
Hmm.
find they finance something for 5,000, pay it off in 90 days, they're gonna give you an amount. You're just paying the same amount every week and you're gonna pay it
Hmm.
off in 3 months time. All right. And so you got to see how the system works. Now everybody is using this 90-day method, which
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back into the trimesters that I was talking about, the female trimesters. The
Hmm.
trimester is 30 days to form a habit, 60 days for the habit to go to midterm memory, and 90 days for it to become full ripen. All right, full throttle. That's 30, 60, 90. And guess what? 369. You see,
Hmm.
see the frequency? All right, the frequency of the pyramid is 369. All right, and then now it's 393, but that's a newer frequency. All right, for another time. But in those days, it was 369, and that was the vibration that those pyramids was resonating on. All right, and the hertz it pump out is 432 hertz. So that planet pumps out 432 hertz. Now, this people don't know. The 528 hertz is actually the sun pyramid in the Yucatan. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
That pyramid pumps out 528 hertz, which is a healing frequency,
Mm.
not the ones in Giza. The Giza vibrate at 432 hertz. Uh, why am I saying all this? Because money, currency. Look at that, a
Mm-hmm.
current.
Mm-hmm.
All right, which the word current means to flow.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it's
Mm-hmm.
it's something that's constantly flowing.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that flow or that current is associated with a body of water. That body of water is associated with what? Waves. A wavelength is a what? Frequency.
Mm-hmm.
You see, which produce a currency.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you see how you can use the metaphysical world to tap into all the abundance on the planet.
Yeah.
Everything is mathematics.
Yeah.
Here's the kicker
Definitely.
here. Like I said it earlier before. The person who is consistent is going to pass through the veil. It's the person that's being consistent in what they're doing. That's the person that's going to win. I just said this back in the day. The one who works the harder will win. The one
Yeah.
who works the hardest will win. If somebody outwork you,
Yeah.
they'll beat you
They're
any
gonna
day
beat
of
you.
the week.
Yeah.
Any
You
day of the
know,
week, they'll beat you.
it's very interesting. You know what I'm saying? You say that, man, because one thing I'm starting to. You know how you be watching um documentaries. You know what I'm saying about different things, and it's so interesting. I've seen so many different documentaries about like successful people, right? And it's like the same. I'm not gonna say formula. That's not. I'm gonna say it's the same initiation. That's a better word. It's the same initiation like these people go through. It's like they go through the worst of times, they go through the best of times. They fall down, they get right back up, they keep on going and they never stop. They're resilient. They don't care.
Yes,
And then at the end of the day, with through all the initiations they went through, all the learning, all the tough times, all the great times, they standing on top. And next thing you know, these people are your biggest hip hop artists, your biggest
absolutely.
musicians, because they put because on this planet, I don't care what nobody says, we all know this. This as of right now, things gonna be shifting in real soon, but it's an even playing field here. You know what I'm saying? Here, you know what I'm saying? That's why you got these people that look like all these crazy looking people running a lot of stuff that which could really in real life be real. They a lot of people are degenerates because they got money. They're doing bad things. You know what I'm saying? But how could somebody with such a nasty mindset be at such a high level? Because it's there for them,
Yeah,
just like it's there for you. It's a even, listen to this, y'all. It's an even playing field. Never don't think that you can ever be the next Bill Gates or whoever the case may be. It's an even playing field. But like the brother said, you got to work. You know what I'm
work.
saying? You know what
And
I'm
then, and
saying?
then
You got to work
you gotta
and be
work
consistent.
absolutely nonstop. And people say, man, why you say life is easy? It was during the pandemic. And that came to me. I was meditating
Hmm.
and said like this voice spoke to me, which is an answer. He said, say life is easy. So I came, I said, I'm gonna say it. He said, just say it. I said, I'm meditating. I said, what's that? So then I started doing life is easy, life is easy, life is easy, life is easy. How you coincide hell, life is easy. You see? And then now it came another one came and said, say this, the lie is being reversed. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So what
Yeah.
happens is when you're working,
Hmm.
okay, because everybody don't want to work and
Yeah. Yeah.
they want to
Fall in their
receive
lap.
something for not working.
Hmm.
No, you have to
Gotta
work.
work. Gotta work.
All right.
Gotta work.
So it tells you like this. It said, from nothing comes nothing.
Yeah.
All right. What's another law? Law of cause and effect. For every
Hmm.
action, there's equal and opposite reaction. So you see how the
Hmm.
laws.
Hmm.
Whatever is sent out by the door will return to the door. So you have to
Hmm.
do, all right. Um, you have to make sure you do. And also that even for the people out there still in religion, if they use their book pretty well, it says what? It says, all right, if you you only need the faith of a mustard seed. That's this small.
Mhm.
All right. So you don't need a lot of faith to make things
Mhm.
happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a religious faith. But this faith we talking about is called FATE. That's the law of cause and effect. So if you start to move just an inch, it's gonna move towards you, right? Uh, they said in their book there, I'm giving you all these gold nuggets here. It says, uh, God helped those who help themselves.
Yeah.
But it
Mhm.
also said that if you move towards God, God is going to move towards you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So just look at this from a multiversal standpoint, an omniverse standpoint. That what they talking about is a energy. All right, it's a force. If you move toward this primal force, right, that everybody call the creator, then that
Mhm.
primal force is going to move toward you, which
Mhm.
I call this force tone,
Mhm.
transcendental omniversal new mind. That's what I call it,
Okay.
tone, right?
Mhm.
And so I move towards tone, and then tone is going to move towards me. Now,
Yeah.
some of you might call yours honey bun. You might call
Mhm.
it cherry. You might call it sugar bop. You can call it whatever you want to, as long as
Mhm.
you understand that this primal force is not yours alone, but
Mhm.
everybody can tap into this
Yeah.
energy.
Mhm.
Everybody on the planet can tap into this energy. That's why they got
Yeah.
called. That's why they got what you call. I just mentioned a
Mhm.
unified field of consciousness. That
Mhm.
means everybody is interwoven and interconnected, one
Yeah.
way or another. So
Mhm.
that next door neighbor is connected to you. That man down the
Mhm.
block is connected to you.
Yep.
All that
Yep.
stuff is connected to you. All those powerless thoughts are connected to you. All those wealthy or wealthy thoughts are connected to you.
Mhm.
You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
All is in
You
all.
walk down the street.
Mhm.
You walk down the street, and see, people don't realize it's a science to it. For instance, right?
Mhm.
I trade stocks. So guess
Mhm.
where I go? I go where people are trading stocks. I
Mhm.
go where the wealthy people are. There's the wealthy people are. So I can absorb the what?
Yeah.
Energy.
The frequency.
All
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
So I can tap into the unified field of
Yeah.
consciousness
You
with
want to
those
tap into
people.
their Wi-Fi. Their Wi-Fi is wide
Yeah,
open. You're like, all right,
yeah.
okay, let's.
You can hijack. Y'all know you can hijack someone else's treasure box. We got the financial
Okay.
for it. Anyway, shouts out to everybody out there. It's the Billionaire Club again. South 900 Club on Clubhouse. I just want to throw this out there. Join us every Saturday or Serious Saturday at 5:55 p.m. Eastern Time. You don't want to miss it. We already have classes up there. Please scroll on down my page. It's a QR code down there. Just take your cell phone out and scan that QR code. It's going to take you right to the link. Tap on that link, become a member and stuff like that, and tune in or attune yourself every Serious Saturday at 5:55 p.m. Eastern Time. Um, but yes, yeah,
Yeah. Well,
yeah, Divine.
this one thing specifically that I really, I mean, I think what you got going on is phenomenal. We've been talking about this for a minute, and like, I'm very happy we'll be able to, this is such needed what you're bringing, to the Mossad, to anybody that's trying to uplift themselves financially, you know. Now, this treasure box thing, the treasure box thing, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you, you hitting on something hard right here because I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I'm gonna tell you something, man. So I'm gonna tell you something. When you're younger, you don't being in information, you don't sometimes you're too young to really understand some of the information that's given to you. You know what I'm saying? Because you haven't had like a life experience to really put implement it in your life. You know, and something I'm gonna tell you something as simple as the affirmation. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, people said, "Oh, Kaloon, all is in all's with me," et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? But those type of affirmations to be able to feed the subconscious mind. And you said the subconscious mind is the treasure chest, right? Is that
That's a
correct?
treasure box. Yeah,
Okay,
treasure
a
box. Yeah.
treasure box. Okay. I didn't realize to recently, fairly recently, how important it is. Just like you said, junk mail, all the stuff that we have in our subconscious mind, the junk mail we have in there, and how easily it can be replaced with good information, with good information through these affirmations and feeding subconscious mind with affirmations, positive affirmations. I really didn't understand the power of affirmations, even though I was saying it for a while until I got older. You know what I'm saying? Could you please go into detail and talk about the importance of the subconscious man in manifesting?
All right. So in correlation to the treasure box, which is the subconscious mind, which is the mind's eye for tribal people. Well, let's see, every 30 days,
Mhm.
it takes 30 days, right? Collective consciousness, new mind equals treasure box. Fortune 900. You know what it is? A Kai movie. That's one of the founders right here. He just tapped in. Absolute too. All right. So let's deal with the treasure box here. So the treasure box, how the treasure box works is this, right? It takes 30 days to form a habit, right?
Mm.
You can successfully form a habit in 9 days, but that depends on how, again, consistent
Consistent.
you
Yeah.
are. All right. However, it takes 30 days to program a habit in the treasure box or the subconscious mind,
Mhm.
right? Once it becomes a habit, it's still not ingrained yet. So it
Mhm.
goes on for another 60 days. And when it gets to the 60-day period, it goes into what you call midterm memory. So you got
Okay.
short-term memory. Short-term
Mhm.
memory is 30 days.
Mhm.
Midterm memory is 60 days. And then after midterm memory, it goes into long-term memory, which is 90 days. Once it
Mhm.
reaches 90 days, it becomes full ripening. All right, that means it's on autopilot. It's full throttle. So after the 90 days, that habit or that program that you've been learning or that you've been programmed with without your knowing, now you're going to begin to live this stuff out. All
Yeah.
right, you're going to actually get to play this stuff out like a movie. So when somebody wake up in the morning and the first thing they put on, that was in their subconscious on the
Mhm.
treasure box. If they get up and they forget to brush their teeth, that's a habit that they created. They don't brush their teeth
Yeah.
when they wake up. If they forget to wash their face, that's a habit that they created and it's in the subconscious or the treasure box and it's on autopilot and it's they don't know what's happening. They just every
Bad
morning they
habit.
get up and they brush their
Yeah.
teeth. Every morning they get up, they forget to wash their face. They
Mhm.
forget key things, all right, because now it's a bad habit that's
Yeah. Bad
running
habit.
right in continuum inside
Mhm.
the treasure house or the mind's eye, the subconscious mind.
Mm.
All right. So that's one habit. So you got to look at if you watch television, you got bad habits.
Mhm.
If those habits are bad, if you're watching TV shows like Love and Hip Hop, Basketball Wives, Mob Wives, and stuff like that, those behaviors are going to become a part
Mhm.
of your
Of your yeah.
treasure box
You're feeding it. Yep.
over a long period of time, such
Yeah.
as 30
Yeah.
days. Just take 30 days. If I start smoking a cigarette for 30 days, I now created a new habit. All right. Okay. If I stop the next 30 days after that, I can unlearn that habit because it was a new habit. So you can learn something and also you can learn it. Now let's say I continue that smoking for the next 90 days. Now that's on autopilot. That means some now ain't nobody's now guess what? I'm walking up to people. Hey man, can I borrow a cigarette from you? Can I
Mhm.
buy a
Mhm.
square from you? You know what I'm saying? Now you're an addict now. Now
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
to cigarette.
Addicted.
Right. So that's a good example of a habit or a bad habit.
Mhm.
A good habit is you get up in the morning and you exercise.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
exercise every day. So you got a set of exercise you do and you do it every single day. And you take your breaks. You do that for 30 days, you have now formed a healthy exercise
Mhm. Healthy
habit.
habit. Yep. Good
It
habit.
just takes 30 days. All
Mhm.
right. So just look at this. You have um you have what you call collective consciousness, which is
Mhm.
unified for the consciousness, right?
Mhm.
And then you have programs running on the television,
Mhm.
on billboard drops, in the
Mhm.
mall, in the public
Radio station.
schools,
Mhm.
at work, the radio
Mhm.
station, the
Mhm.
newspaper, all
Newspaper.
right, magazines, anything you
Mhm.
think about,
Magazine. Mhm.
food, you you drink some water. Wait a minute. That say 7.6. That say 9.5. Right? Anything below 7 is acid, right? Or
Mhm.
acidic. It's
Mhm.
non-alkaline. Anything above the 6.5 is alkaline. So doesn't matter you see a sign that say alkaline water every day. Guess what's gonna happen after 30 days? After 30 days, you will be drinking that bottle of alkaline water. And then you'll be telling everybody else, man, I found this new water. You gotta
Mhm.
drink this new water. I
Mhm.
feel amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel good. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
that's how those habits it's been destroying us from the inside out.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm gonna give you a Jew. I'm gonna give you a gold nugget right here. He said, Bible said, he said, clean yourself from the what? Inside out,
Inside out.
outside
Uh-huh.
what?
Yeah.
In. So what
Mhm.
is he talking about? The mind's eye, the
Mhm.
subconscious
Conscious.
mind. That's exactly what he's talking about. Because he tell people Everything that you're doing right now, they cast that on the subconscious mind. So I just go there. But however, that's the real house right there, the treasure house. And then once you can get past that, then you can go into what they call super consciousness. All
Mm-hmm.
right. And the super consciousness is the mental plane. Now, the reason why I'm adding all this science with this fortune financial fertilization, because fortune
Mm-hmm.
means Fortuna in Germany means wealth goddess, the goddess
Mm-hmm.
of wealth.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now it goes deeper in Greek. The goddess of wealth become what? They call her Ashtoreth,
Yep.
right?
Okay.
Ashtaroth, right? And then Ashtaroth become Ishtar,
It's done.
right? If you
Mm-hmm.
ever read the book called The Richest Man in Babylon, the
Mm-hmm.
guy in there, he had came across a fortune goddess by the name of Ishtar.
Mm-hmm.
He told him to look towards the east, which
Mm-hmm.
Ishtar become what? Venus, so on and so forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the wealth.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
All
The
right. So
wealth
he
energy.
started tapping into the wealth. And he
Mm-hmm.
got this goddess. And the guy was like, he was like, how did you earn such a big purse? He called it a fat purse. He said, man, I'm paraphrasing. I've been communicating with Istar. Now that sounds crazy. All right, now I'm gonna take you to some systems, and I say Istar become what? Acid or
Mm-hmm.
Ashtar in Egypt,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
or they say Isis in Greek. So you need to be making a connection with her in order for you to obtain this wealth. Now,
Mm-hmm.
that does that mean that if you go tonight, she's gonna give you something? No, you got to work.
You can't order on Amazon and just get it shipped to
No,
you.
I take this. They said we give you 7 business days. So let's think about it. If it takes 7 days for you to get your product, and if you order out the country, think about it. It take a month almost to get your stuff.
Yeah.
So think about it. You're ordering from a star that's what light years away.
Mm.
You know, Istar or Isis acid is the Sirius star system. So that Sirius star system is about they say, but I think about 5,000 light years away or something like that. All right. So you're going to order something from that 5,000 light years away. Don't quote me on that because I don't know if that's an accurate number. I'm just saying, right?
Yeah.
But that's what you're ordering for. And you
Yeah.
expect it to
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
you overnight.
Overnight. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
She's sitting out there like, are you mad? I'm using that English stuff. Are you mad? You feel me?
Mm.
Are you mad? Like, are you serious? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
serious. Look, are you serious? And then people say,
I'm gonna drop everything I'm doing and come down and give it to you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, they got shit going. They got affairs going. So you have to work at it. You have to really work at it. And
Yeah.
you have to really work at that. And you got to keep working at it for 30
I,
days, 60 days, and 90 days. Yeah, go ahead.
and I'll say this, like kind of we were saying earlier, we all have to have balance. And I think that what you've been doing is a good example because, like, literally, just like you said, even our our previous podcasts have been about extraterrestrial UFOs and et cetera, et cetera. Yet you can go on hard on that. Cool, there's nothing wrong with that. You can go hard on anything, but go hard just as hard on things that are available for you that can put you and your family on the best possible position. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
true.
and I even when I'm saying on y'all this, I'm telling myself this, you know what I'm saying? Because until you make it where you want to go financially, guess what? There's work to be done for everybody out here, including these
Yes,
people on this. There's work to be
true.
done.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? There's work, and like the
True.
brother said, consistently work at it. Hone your craft the same way you hone your craft or whatever you do, your barber, whatever the case is. Use these skills that you did something good at. Tap into this money, this currency, this frequency, and be a part of the abundance and wealth that the universe is handing you. There's literally no reason not to do to.
Absolutely.
Yep,
That's
yep,
fact.
and
That's fact. Absolutely.
you know what I'm
And
saying?
it's a training the mind. Before you
Yeah,
get into something, you got to train your new mind. And reason why I say new mind, you say new mind, but new minds is a negative mind. So you got to reverse it. The lie's
yeah,
been
yeah,
reversed.
yeah. Fix it. Yep.
Meaning I got to reverse the negative mind
Hmm.
into a new mind.
Yeah.
But here's the thing:
Real talk.
you can't add new apps or new programs on top of toxic programs. You have to
Hmm.
actually get rid of the negative habits first, then add the new programs.
Hmm.
All right. So people ask, well, how does one cleanse? Well, easily. You have to go through a process for instance, If you've been listening to bad music for years, which I listen to all kind of music, by the way. All right, so don't get mad. I might listen to Kanye West talking about all type of crazy stuff. So I'm the last one to tell you about that. But what I will say is
Don't we
this.
all?
All right, what I will say is this. I like music. I was born during the hip hop generation, so I
Mhm.
like music. Okay. Um, but don't follow me, please. Do your best to listen to very positive music and stuff like that. If you haven't listened to some junk music, just kind of balance. Just have balance. Do everything within
Junk.
reason. That's what I would say.
I like that junk music. I call it crazy music, but your junk
Yeah,
music.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
had to
Do
spell that
everything
for
with
you.
reason.
Crazy people music.
So yeah, so do everything in reason. So how do you clean it up? Easy. You got to form a new habit. All right. But once you form a new habit, you have to make sure you maintain pace. So you have to stay the course. Meaning you have to be consistent in that new house habit that you're replacing with the negative habit for 30 days, at least 30 days. All right. If I'm gonna use it as simple as I can get it. You got negative friends. You keep negative company around you, and all they do is talk
Mhm.
about the worst things in the world.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
for
Terrible.
30 days, in order to get rid of that program, you have to surround yourself around positive thinking people for 30 days straight. And
Mhm.
then you got to go another 30 days. But guess what? In order to officially remove that from your subconscious or the treasure box, you can't have contact with them in no forms. No
Yeah, yeah.
contact. You can't see them. You can't do nothing because what
Don't even
happens
think
is,
about them.
yeah, one conversation with them is going
Yeah,
to trigger old
yeah,
memory.
yeah.
All right, you can trigger old thoughts and memory, right? Because nothing. They say what? Uh, you can what? Energy can't be destroyed, right?
Mhm. Only changes. Yeah.
Right. It only changes, right? You can't create energy. You can't destroy it. It can only what? Transform. So what
Mhm.
that means is that thought is old energy. So all it takes is somebody say, "You remember, man, we was on the block
Mhm.
chilling, and man, we was hanging out."
Yeah.
Damn,
Now
you
you
see what I'm
back
saying?
there. Yep.
And they jarred into your memory bank, and you
Mhm.
back there living again. Yeah, man, damn, man, it's cool. Boy, get some damn weed, let's smoke. You see what I'm saying? And now y'all smoking, you're like, yeah,
Hey.
so boy, I know that. And then they turn the music on you and they dance like, dang, boy, it's the
Mhm.
time right here. What? And y'all kicking the bowls, right? That's why I call them the bobos. You
Yeah.
kicking the bowls with them. You see, without even knowing, they're taking you back down memory lane.
Yeah.
Now,
Exactly.
just say after creating a new habit, your friends say, "What you doing this week?" "Oh, no, man, stop by." They get you again. That's two
Yeah.
times. If they
Mhm.
do that for a process of 30 days, they got you back in
They
the
got you.
monkey mire.
Got you.
Now you
Yep.
back in what?
Mhm.
What they call hell. You back in dungeon. You back in the
Yeah.
pit. The
Mhm.
pits of hell is nothing but your subconscious and the
Mhm.
programs that you have that's detrimental to your way of life or your way of being. That
Mhm.
becomes hell for you. So people are being tormented. Look,
Yeah.
tortured. People are
Mhm.
being tormented every day, subconsciously. They're in
Mhm.
fire. All right. Think about this. Look, this is how crazy it is, right? When a person get angry, what they do? They heat up.
Mhm.
They produce a spark.
Mhm.
Think about it.
I'm
They
hot.
heat up.
Yo, I'm heated.
Man, when they get angry, guess what happens? You know, when you get angry, you produce what? Heat.
Mhm.
When you having sex, you produce what? Heat.
Mhm.
Friction. Friction. You get in they get in a spat for somebody, they what? Create what? Friction.
Mhm.
Friction produce what? Heat.
Mhm.
Heat produce a gas, and gas produce a what? A flame.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay?
yeah, yeah.
So just think
Fireworks.
about that. And that's how you clean up. So you have to do it for 90 days, and then don't stop at 90 days. Keep going and going
Yeah.
and going and going. The stuff you see me doing, I've been doing this thing for years. Uh, I've been in the counter field since 2012. That's a long time in business. I took a break and I went into the metaphysical world, quantum world, occult world. I took a
Mhm.
stop over there, but now I'm back. All right. So yeah, that's how you clean it up. You just have to create a new, you have to replace the old habit with a new habit. That's how you create
Yeah.
a new habit.
Yeah.
You got to get rid of the old habit with a new habit. But you just can't say, I'm not going to do that no more.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah. Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
just tell yourself you're not going to do it and you don't have nothing set in motion, you'll
Yeah.
be back there tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
telling you
Yeah.
how it
Spinning your
works.
wheels.
You're going
Yep.
to go back. And that's what
Spinning your
happened to a
wheels.
lot of people. A lot of the new people, let me speak to a lot of the new generation of people, which is well, you all think you don't have to have discipline. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be a Christian with you for a minute. You're deceiving yourself.
Hmm.
You
Real talk.
need programs to be able to maintain a
Yeah.
positive way
Yeah.
of being. You have to
Hmm.
create a system because y'all say they don't want to be religious. A religion, or what they say religios, comes from the word legion, which means 1,000, right? And but it's a religion is basically a systematic of doing things, a system way of doing things. All right. So any form of system you have, okay, my new generation of people is a religion. Okay. If you smoking every day and you're drinking every
Hmm.
day, that's a religion.
Yeah. That's
All right.
yeah.
You just don't look at it. You faithful to that liquor bottle, you faithful to that
Yeah.
weed. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? But you can
Yeah.
get faithful to making hundreds of dollars a day. You
Yeah.
can get faithful to increasing your earnings. All right.
Hmm.
Get faithful to doing that. So a lot of people, like I say, civilian, Sib2. I ain't gonna get too much out. Civilian. And the rest, because the next book, you'll get it in the book. You got to get it. All right. Because I'm dropping the jewel, get ready to drop the hardcover out. All right. We're going to have the hardcover on the table when we do our, by the way, we're doing a Fortune Financial Fertilization workshop event.
Hmm.
So please, y'all, we'll be letting y'all all know once we set that up. And you can
Yep.
come out.
Yeah, we
So,
definitely looking for that. If anybody that's
y'all
been
come
watching
out.
this
We're going to have
podcast,
some PowerPoints out here,
uh,
y'all.
yeah,
So,
anybody that's been
yeah.
watching
So,
my
yeah.
my
So I
podcast,
took this basically I took accounting and put it in a metaphysical way for you so you can get it. All right. Uh Metaphysically, all right, liabilities, you're a liability to yourself by not programming yourself with the
mm,
right um things. All right.
right
So
knowledge.
if you want to become economically sound, if you want
Yeah.
to become financially sound, if
Hmm.
you want to amass all of the wealth in the universe, all right, then you must access financial systems. All right.
Hmm.
You have to study finance.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't like this one seminar, this a lecture. You can't attend one lecture and think you got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You're fooling yourself.
Hmm.
It took me hundreds of classroom hours to get this stuff. Not
Yeah.
no one day.
Yeah.
Hundreds of classroom hours.
As much as
Hundreds
much
of classroom hours to overstand credit.
as much effort as other individuals go into, like you said earlier, watching the real lives, or what you
Yeah.
said, Real
Your
Housewives or whatever,
housewives,
Atlanta. Yeah.
housewives of
Just
Atlanta.
think about all those hours binging, um, these different shows. You know what I'm saying? That could be, and that's another thing you need to talk about. Like you said, the subconscious mind. You got to have balance. You got to have balance just in life overall. Yeah, it's okay to watch TV shows, but damn, I ain't gonna front, man. It's like me personally today. I grew up watching football, and I'll keep my eye on it. But you know, any sports, it's very difficult for me to sit down 3 hours and watch a whole game. I
You
got too much
see?
stuff to do. I could look at
Hey man,
30-second
hey,
highlights. Yeah, I can
hey
still I
man, you
can
could have been having a
appreciate.
borrow.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
your boy.
I can appreciate the game for whatever it is in
Hey,
a 30-second
your
cut
boy, we
down
would have
clip.
been having a ball, man. Look, we'd
Yeah,
have
you
had
know
look,
what I'm
man, we would have had a case of brews right there, boy, some
saying? Hey
hot
man,
wings, boy.
you know what
Look,
I'm
and we
saying?
been
You
at
know
that
what I'm
fan.
saying?
See, I've been there. Look, I'm
We all
listen.
yeah.
Yeah, we been there. I've been the hot wing. I've been the hot wing king, and you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Got
yeah.
hot wing fried. Got
I
friends
would never
over,
go
big
there.
screen, people
He
watching
go there.
games. Man, we talking good stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
yeah. So
Ain't
I
nothing
do
wrong,
not that.
and saying that there's nothing wrong with it either. It's all good. You could, but just balance. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Just balance. You know what I'm saying? And we all
absolutely.
have to start. And what he's saying, y'all don't understand, man. Like this brother right here, he's giving y'all the keys to success. I mean, yo, I'm telling you, this brother right here is breaking it down. It's so lovely. The subconscious mind, being consistent, getting rid of bad habits. Listen to that. Listen to that formula right there. Just think about if you were to do that right now. Being consistent, something that you
Hmm.
drive toward, feeding your subconscious mind with the right information, the right knowledge. You know what I'm saying, and creating good habits. You're making a new
30,
person.
60, 90. 30,
You
60,
you make
90.
you
Feed
making
mental
a brand new
trimester.
person.
30, 60,
You know,
90. 3, 6, 9. 30, 60, 90.
man.
Feed mental trimester. All right. It take 30 days to form a habit. If you're strong enough, you can form a habit in 9 days. See, once you get used to it, guess what? You just like this. Look, I'm telling you, I was a sorrow. I'm sitting down 10 minutes. I see. I learned a lot of stuff. I trained myself, cut my own hair and everything. I learned programs. I keep watching videos, keep watching
Mhm.
footages. You see, you
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
remember the
yeah.
movie Matrix? Remember in the
Yeah.
Matrix where
Mhm.
he wanted to learn how to do
Yeah.
karate?
Yep,
What did
yep,
Trinity do? She hooked his head up and she
yep.
programmed. She put an
Yep, program it,
application
yep.
in his mind to do damn karate.
Mhm.
So that computer screen was his actual subconscious mind.
Mhm.
She just they can do this. This real
Yeah.
technology.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
can
yeah,
give
yeah,
you a
yeah.
software. Oh, for
Yeah.
real now. Yeah.
Mhm.
See, everybody think this stuff cap. It ain't fool or cap. They can program you with something and make you damn Superman. I'm telling you.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, so
Or
and then what
Jason
happened when
Bourne.
What happened when Neo when he wanted to fly a plane? Trinity
Mhm.
did the same
Give me
thing.
give me a
She
give me a give me
saw,
give me a download.
yeah, he got to upload,
Mhm.
and boom, he was flying a
That
plane.
was it.
All right,
Yeah.
it works equally the same. All right,
Yeah.
so just think about it. This is I got this book here. It's on the website. It's at $36. Going to go up because like I said, I'm getting ready to put the hardcover out. But it's on ebook. You can get it. It's $36 for those who would like to say. Also purchase a Sorry book on his website page too. This is Fortune 900. All right. You can see here is me and my business partner. We met during the pandemic, and let me tell you something. It's so crazy because I just shout out to my brother Akai Nubi. Uh, we got for us to be ages apart. We got a lot of things in common. Me and him actually suffer some of the same things in different worlds. It's
Mhm.
crazy,
Mhm.
but we suffer some of the same things in different worlds, right?
Hey man.
And I'm gonna
Just
give
like you
y'all a
said, the
story
frequency,
backdrop.
the frequency,
Yeah,
the frequency,
his
connecting.
dad. I'm gonna tell you his dad. That his dad saw me. I went to
Mhm.
visit him in Dayton, Ohio, because we like Sade, right? Chicago, Dayton.
Mhm.
And his dad pull up. I get out my truck, and his dad's standing in the garage, and he looks up. He just look. He's staring. So finally, I get in the house or whatever. We started talking later on. I ate food. It was Thanksgiving back a year ago, and his dad was like, when he got talking to me, he said, "Man, when I was staring at you, I didn't mean to stare at you like that." He said, "But I saw an aura around you." He said, "I've never
Mm.
seen anything like that." He said, "You look like you got something in your heart." He said, "You look like you got something in your heart." He said, "You look like you got something in your heart." He said, "And I know that you got something in your heart." He said, "Because I know you got something in your heart." He said, "And I know you got something in your heart."
Oh man, you froze up. I had to go back in, go back out. Let me see. I guess they wanted him to hear his story. I guess, huh? Hold on, y'all. I'm assuming he's coming back on, but yo, man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all something, just personally. Like I personally, at an early age, I got privy to a whole bunch of information. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking all the great master teachers. I'm talking. I saw Ivan Van Sertima when I was in Richmond, and I think I talked about my new book, and maybe I can't remember my old book. Anyway, I saw all these great master teachers, in this time frame, and I honestly thought that, I knew something. I honestly thought I knew something. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, like yo, like I got it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like at this point right now, and like and the stuff that this brother's saying, it took it took years to get this information to start really internalizing it and making major changes, in my own personal life. You know what I'm saying? And the stuff is so simple, but the distractions of this world, you know what I'm saying? Like he was just talking about the Matrix being, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's like like he's coming back. But the distraction, oh, here we come. You know,
Yeah, I'm
the
like,
distraction,
man, this
yeah,
thing cut. The heck off.
Oh, you
I'm
good?
glad.
You good?
Okay.
I was
Wow.
just giving you I was just giving you props about again, just talking about like how we're distracted by all this worldly stuff, and because all these people that rule this whole place, they know all this information. You know what I'm saying? And they utilize it for themselves and point to you in the opposite direction. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff is some of the keys. Oh, he went away again. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you see me?
No, I can't see you. I can hear you. I can't see you.
Oh wow. Oh, let me
But
leave and come back.
okay. But
I'm
all
gonna leave
these
and come back.
things, all this information is ways that we can become the best, reach our full potential. You know what I'm saying? Truly reach our full potential. And, this is really what life is about. I say that earlier. It's just like these lessons, these tools that are here that have that have been given here to us to be able to make us make other people successful. We see it all the time. They're all here for us as well. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if he's coming in yet. Oh, yeah, let's see.
But,
There you go.
all right. I appreciate it. Okay. Now we gotta let's get to the finance, and it's kind of crazy. Uh,
Well,
but yeah, no doubt.
let me say, please tell the people how they can contact you. And put it in that private chat if you would, real quick. I don't know if you'll be able to do that. Actually, you can just spell it out for me real quick. What is the name of the website they can contact you at?
On the website, I say it's www.planet dash 24.com. That's www.planet dash 24.com. Again, if you follow me on Lose My Weight Nysut Har page on Facebook, or if you follow me at Nun Ray on Instagram,
Is
you
that
can
it?
locate you can
Is
find the
that it?
website right there. Yeah, that's it right there. Yeah.
Planet.
www. Please go to
Planet.
that page, and you can purchase the Fortune 900 book. It's at $36. Stuff like that. We got altars on their shoes and different things of that nature. Also, the cash app. If anybody want to make a free offer, my cash app is $ new transform, $ new transform. That's $ new transform. All right. And also, if you want to like to support the brother, your borrow, you can also his cash app is your Brozo. What is it?
Oh, it's
What's your
got
cash app?
PDR. Yeah, that's right. PDR Corp.
Okay.
PDR
All
Corp.
right. So
Yes, sir.
yeah. So go ahead and if y'all want to go ahead and do that. So yeah, there you have it. But yes, that's in a nutshell. That's a good sum to get you started. All right. This thing is
We.
real. It's only going to get better.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
say, I've been
I
opening
agree.
up a lot of doors. It's funny
I agree.
on the back of my book. Guess what I got? That here it says, Fortune 900 doorway. So that's the door right here. So if
Man, I
you want to
love it.
go through this door, you have to have access, right?
I
Access
love it.
equal access.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you need access to have access to this door. All
Mm-hmm.
right.
Now, the brother just tapped on, kind of talked about Glaive. So if we're gonna have more details in the future, the very near future, and yes, we are working together amongst other individuals, and it's going to be a pretty consistent thing we're going to be doing. With me partner with Reiki Services and at the Black Wall Strip, we're going to be consistently putting on different specific finance seminars so people come out and meet people like this brother and really sit down with them and really dig deep. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be doing something. We're going to probably do another one, another show like this, maybe with probably this partner to talk about that specific date more. So stay tuned. But
Yeah.
we're
Yes.
gonna be it's different when you just talk. See, that's I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I gotta say this. I gotta say this. I gotta say this. Like I was in the I was raised to the point when I was um able to see people like Dr. York manifest things into reality. Not just talk about things, not just, sit back and, you know, do I saw the land of Tamaray when it had what? Just two pyramids, just red clay. You know what I'm saying? And grass. a couple of years later, I'm seeing pyramids, all these different things. You know what I'm saying? Bookstores. I seen this individual manifest these things in real life. The reason I'm saying all that is that we can talk all talk, we can talk, but until you really sit down and start to do the work with the people, you know what I'm saying? You just, it's cool to get the information out, but it's a lot different when there's tangible things that you built with the help of others and made a reality. You know what I'm saying? I'll never, I've never seen anything like what I saw, the way Tamarate built and what Dr. York had, you know what I'm saying? And I know that, it can be done again. We just need to work together. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Collectively.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, it
Yeah.
can be done. It's very simple.
Yeah.
I remember I was like telling myself I'm gonna get a book out, I'm gonna get a book out,
Yeah.
and I got it. But
Yeah,
I
exactly.
actually I actually created this. We created this civilian thing. I was playing around with my business partner. He said, damn, I said, man, let's say civilian. We're gonna say SAB everything. We was joking around.
Yeah.
And then it just became my ideal. Um, and that was 2 years ago. I got
We
a
can
2 year video up. I got a video up about 2 years ago, and now it's here. So like,
yeah.
I got videos out there when I was talking about
Yeah.
this. Look,
Yeah, yeah,
now
yeah.
it's
That was
reality.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
So
y'all,
that's how
y'all can
thoughts.
do
If you really
anything.
want to know how thoughts become things, you got
Yeah.
it. That's how
Yeah.
thoughts become things.
Yeah.
But again, you have to be consistent,
Consistent.
and you can't give up.
Gotta
Consistent is the
work
key. Like I said, I'm gonna say this: consistent will beat the hell out of genius any day.
any day.
Consistent will beat the hell out of a genius person or an intelligent person any day of the week. A consistent person. They can
Yep.
be the dumbest rock on the damn pole, on the damn ground. But guess what? Because of their consistency,
Yep.
guess what? They're gonna pierce through the veil.
Yep.
They're gonna pierce through the veil. I
Yep.
had a cousin, he can pass a test, sleep. But guess what? If I look at certain things, I'm like, it doesn't matter. So you can be smart as you want and still not
Mhm.
get through the gate.
Yeah. Yep. 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 That's
So
so
like
true, man.
myself, and I take myself and
So
just keep
true.
it real. I was in Chicago. I was like a person who came up with like different lingo for hood. Shit. Or I was dumber than a summer gun. You know what I'm saying? But so I'm telling you how it works. 'Cause I won't read no books and nothing.
Yeah.
I I was probably about the most ignorant person you ever want to come
Yeah.
across back in
Yeah.
those days.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's real talk. That's I'm talking
Yeah.
about this real talk here. But
Mhm.
now guess what? Everybody that was more advanced than me, now I'm passing them. Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
wait a minute, you
Consistent.
a goddamn genius.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
should be
Yeah.
here.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it just take consistency. So I'm just sharing that with y'all. That's how I was able to jump a lot of hula hoops because of consistency. And like I say,
Yeah.
don't let no one stop you.
Yeah, man.
Don't never let no
Y'all can
one
do
tell you
it.
you can't do anything. All
Y'all
right,
can do it. We can do it. Y'all can
we
do
can
it.
do
I'm
it.
telling you. All you have to do, I mean, and what he's saying, and then we can end it with this. It was so important when he said about the subconscious mind, the frequencies, being around positivity, get good habits. You just do those three things. I'm sure you contact him, he'll give you more ways to more ways to look into that, and the more ways to programs, positive programs to help you with that. The good brother, I know he knows it. So
Yeah, and
just
become a civilian. Y'all know what it is. Become a
yeah.
civilian.
Mhm,
Join the civilian club and stuff like that.
mhm,
And oh yeah, on the Fortune 900 thing, how to become a Fortune 900 certified or how to become Fortune 900 certified. We have this thing we call 899 slips and fall plus one equals 900. So in life, you're going to go through a lot of things. We call it
mhm,
8,900. We call it 899 slips and falls. So you're going to have 899 slips and falls, right, to be able to cross that desert into wealth or wealth. All
mhm,
right. So, but you have to mind your side business. Look at that. You have
mhm.
to learn how to mind your side business or mind your business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm,
But that's all I have to say. Like I said, y'all know where to reach me at. Of course, Moves My Way, Nysut Har on Facebook and Instagram. I'm Nine Ray. The same thing on Clubhouse as well. Okay.
that's it.
Also follow us on Instagram, the Civilian Club 900. It's Civilian Club 900 on
Mhm,
Instagram and stuff like that. And also we on Thread too. Thread is just posting a lot of daily gold nuggets, to help you get going with your day. You
Hmm.
know,
Yeah,
but it's all well within reason.
uh,
So, well, hey,
and well, next time we gonna have to tell the folks about them long walks we used to take in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
When we late.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, man,
we
yeah, it's
yeah
a story.
we
We
got
about
our
to get
own
into that
story, behind the
because
scenes story. Yeah, we
hey,
can
you know
talk
what?
about that
People
next
don't
time.
know. They
Yeah.
don't know this about you. But actually, when we first met, he told me he was gonna do this. Like when I
Hmm.
first meet him, I'm gonna do this, man, and I'm gonna have you on the podcast. So I'm telling y'all, thoughts become things. Cause man, I'm had this
Yeah.
conversation. So when he reached out to me, I'm like, damn, he did it. What? I was like, he did it, man. He got it.
Yep.
And so
Yep.
like
That's
this is
it.
yeah, y'all.
Hey
This
man.
is y'all don't know we was right there. It's like, we're seeing them movie stars. They've been in the picture the whole time when you wasn't paying
Hmm.
attention. They've been sitting there the whole time. Ray J was he was in a movie, he was in a sitcom back in the day, like before he became an artist.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
then now I didn't know he was in that,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Michael B. Jordan too. He was in
Yeah.
like movies as children.
Yep.
And you see him now, this big person, but he been acting since he was a child.
Yeah. So little. Yeah. Yeah,
So
man. It's the
that great
truth, man.
person always been there. I guarantee you, if you go research any great person, you will see them in a room with other great people. You be like,
Hmm.
he was right there.
Hmm.
So
Man.
yeah, but hey man,
Well,
it's
yeah,
been a good one.
that's it. Of course, like I said, what I'm saying, that's it for us. Please follow this. Follow Polka Dot Rabbit Podcast. The good brother, all his information is in the description. Please follow him. Share this information. What I'm saying, like I said, man, on this podcast, man, I don't, it's all about positivity, uplifting, humanity overall. Whoever could get this, that's a positive person. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna keep on saying this, man. We all need each other, regardless. Of course, we got to get right with self and kind first, and we know that. But overall, to break that negative crystallization that's around this planet, we all have to give out these positive vibes, you know what I'm saying, and positive vibrations to help uplift humanity because, we all want to be happy as humans. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And we got work to do, you know what I'm saying? So that's why
Absolutely. We all know what it is.
yeah,
Life is easy and the lie is being reversed. All
that's
right.
it.
Nine side, absolute. And y'all know what it is. We saw Wadu. Stay
I do.
tuned or stay atoned. All
That's
right.
it. I do.
Wadu.
I shook. Peace.